Hello, everyone.
Happy Whinypaluza Wednesday.
It feels like it's like 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
How is everybody doing? How was your Wednesday? Oh, I hate when I listened, it came up on YouTube. I was watching a YouTube video and my video came up and there's me yawning. And I'm like, oh my God, I hate when I yawn.
Well, I love the fact that your video came up when you were on YouTube. Our advertising is working to you. That's awesome. We got you a customer yourself.
Well, so it's 9 o'clock. So for people who watch this at a later time,
Or an earlier time.
it is 9 o'clock at night.
She's ready for bed.
And I could literally go to bed right now. But we do this every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
So join us on Wednesdays.
Yes.
Every Wednesday I pick a new topic.
Yes.
I write a blog.
Yes. Whinypaluza.com.
I post it on my website. And then I talk about it that night. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things. First, I'm going to tell you, Seth, why are we wearing blue?
It is Apraxia Awareness Month,
Day?
week.
I think it's day. Yeah.
Apraxia Awareness Day. So we are supporting Apraxia Awareness.
See, I'm yawning again. And we're wearing blue for that purpose.
That is the color of Apraxia Awareness.
We were asked to wear blue. So, Aaron, we wore blue.
Yes, for our Apraxia ambassador.
Go, Aaron, go. And I had friendship on my mind. And I was thinking about how I could be a good friend and how I could work on being a good friend and what I'm doing that is a good friend.
And when I read this, I thought this applies to way more than friendship.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that.
Yes, I'm excited.
It applies to marriage for sure.
It does. It also applies to business.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that.
Yes.
I want you to explain that to me. So I wrote being a good mom friend. And I want, before we talk about tips of being a good mom friend, helping our kids be good friends, modeling friendship for our kids, I want to say that it's like really important for moms. And
We need your supports.
I know that I am very guilty of getting into a grind. I get into a grind, a daily grind of I have kid stuff, work stuff, house stuff, husband stuff, errand stuff, taxi stuff, and I just kind of go on my wheel of let's, keep moving. And when I stop my wheel and I have friend time, I feel like $100.
You get recharged.
And I
have told the kids that when you go out with friends and come home at night, you look 10 years younger.
You told the kids that?
Yeah.
Go Bills.
Thank you,
Schedule
Maria.
release done. Very cool, Maria. So what inspired this blog is the day before Mother's Day, I had friends ask me to go to dinner. Every so often we do a margarita night, and the margaritas were so good.
You like a good margarita.
Okay, so I am not. If you know me, you know that I'm really not a big drinker. Like
She's
I
not.
literally take
2 sips.
I take 2 sips
And
and
it says
hand
you
it.
drink it.
I tend to drive home, and I tend to give all my drinks to Seth. That
Yeah.
tends to be our pattern. Well, when we go to Maisel, if you live near me, Maisel on North French has amazing margaritas, and I got a strawberry coconut margarita.
We didn't even talk about this.
And I drank the whole mason.
Oh, you were very happy when you came
whole
home.
mason jar.
I've never seen you drink an entire drink in
And
your life.
not only did I drink the whole drink, I wanted another one.
Wow, it's dangerous. Who are you?
So anyways,
Mom's going wild.
what inspired this blog this topic is that I had my friends invite me out for Saturday night. And then
Saturday morning.
And then I had a different group of friends invite me out for Saturday morning on the same day. And I said to Seth, I feel so guilty. Like I never go out twice in one day.
No,
and
man,
Seth,
that was awesome for you.
And Seth said, it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, it's all about you.
The weekend is all about you. So go enjoy yourself. And he gave me the permission.
You didn't need it.
And it was such a good day.
Yes.
And it inspired the topic.
Awesome. And the margarita.
And the oh my God, so will you take me, please, for a margarita?
Yes, we will take you for it. In this one, you're not giving to me. I will drive you home.
Oh
and
my
you can
gosh.
have
If Nikki watches this, can we please go have more margaritas?
I've never seen you drink an entire margarita. I'm a
Like,
little- Wow, I'm a
Sent
little jealous.
a huge mason jar. Like, it wasn't just a little margarita. It was like a
Yeah,
big.
she was very relaxed when she came home. I was like, wow, all right. I did not know the whole story. Now I see why.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about tips.
Tips.
So
Have the margarita.
have the margarita. No. If you have the margarita, don't drive.
Yeah.
I did not drive. So give grace, not guilt, is going to start us off. And the reason I say that is I want to say thank you to my friends who are understanding. The friends who know that, Melissa's going to go for a margarita with me.
We would love to have you for a margarita, Melissa. That'd be so much fun.
Oh my God, I would love to go out with you. We would have the best time. I met Melissa through my podcast. She's one of
the first interview.
She is one of my amazing women. Some women I connect with, I'm like, oh my God, we would be such good friends. If she lived here, we would be hanging out.
That'd be a little scary.
So she'd be afraid of me and Melissa together.
Yes.
So the friends who text and know that I'm going to get back to them, the friends that know that the kids are making me run in a million directions, they know I'm cooking dinner, they know I'm going to a flag football game, they understand they're in the same phase of life.
Yes, that's
and they
helpful.
Understand. If you aren't in the same phase of life with me, I hope that you still understand and have been there or can just put yourself in my shoes. So if I text you or call you or attempt to make plans with you and you are feeling like your wheels are spinning and you can't even like address it, I understand. I want us to just be understanding. I want us to prioritize friends and I want us to get back to the friend and I want us to make the plans, but I also want us to not be judgmental. I want us to give grace.
Yes.
Okay, so does that go with business, or
It
should we move
totally
on?
does, because I don't want to make anyone feel bad and I don't want them to make me feel bad, and you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, I send a text for work or an email, I'm not expecting an instant response, and the people who would blow up my phone going, you haven't called me back in 5 minutes, I'd be like, relax yourself, like, give some grace.
Okay, so see,
Yeah,
all of
totally
this,
agree.
it applies to life.
There you go, life.
Okay, so make it easy to connect. Okay, we get these grandiose ideas and we think that we have to go out for dinner. We don't have to go out for dinner. I tell my friends, I will walk with you. I will grab a coffee with you. It can be a 30-minute coffee date. I had friends who I met in the parking lot and had coffee with them in the parking lot. My friend just drove to Fredonia with me. And, you know,
It's an hour plus drive for flag football.
And we had friend time
In the car.
And we have friend time at the game. So it doesn't have to look a certain way. I guess I just want us to be flexible and creative and make it as easy as possible.
I love that.
Okay. So I want us to be honest and real. And we do not have to be all perfect to get together with our friends. We can be wearing sweats. We can be wearing pajamas. I had a pajama night with my friends. That's how you do it. You put your hair up, you take your makeup off, and you put your pajamas on. Take the bra off, too, while you're at it.
You just said that out. I didn't know that you could say that. That's funny, because it's all over when the bra comes off normally.
Okay,
So
are you reading that?
Yes, Aaron says, thank you so much for wearing blue. I really appreciate you guys. You guys wearing blue today to support me shows friendship. Yes, it does,
Friendship,
Aaron. Yes,
Aaron.
apraxia awareness, baby.
Yep, I told you we would wear blue. Okay, so I want you to be honest and real. I want you to let your hair down. I want you to tell people what's going on with you. You don't have to have it all together. My friend always says to me, you never need help. And I'm like, I'm going to have a conversation with her again. I have to point out to her that I just asked her advice on like 3 things. I don't know where she has this idea that I don't ever need help or advice, because that's not accurate. I ask her stuff all the time. I tell them my messy stuff. I tell them my good stuff. Like, just be real and honest with your friends. They don't expect you to have your life all together. They don't expect you to look perfect.
Melissa says couch date with carry out and paper products is a thing.
Yes,
it is.
Yes. Okay. So, and that goes for life and work.
Yeah, be honest and real, right? People buy authenticity. They want to buy, they buy you when they buy what you're selling.
Yes. Be yourself.
Yes.
Celebrate each other. Oh my God, that actually brought tears to my eyes when I said that. So there is room for all of us to win. There is room for all of us to succeed. We all have uniqueness. We all have different strengths and weaknesses.
And for our kids to succeed.
And I want my friends and their kids to succeed. I want us to lift each other up when they have something awesome going on. I'm so happy for them. My friend just had puppies and I am like the proudest auntie. Like I am so freaking excited about these puppies.
We're not getting a puppy.
Okay, well anyways.
I'm in trouble.
Okay. So every time my friend has puppies, I just want to stick them in my shirt and take them home with me.
Our friend is breeding puppies.
Okay.
Just for some context there.
Okay, don't compete, connect. So that goes with celebrating each other. This is not a competition. Friendship is not a competition. It's not whose kids are doing better. It's not whose house is better, whose car is better, whose job is better.
Yep.
Just connect. Just be happy for each other.
No Joneses.
We do not have to keep up with the Joneses. I don't care. Yeah. We need to take that away.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, make new friends and keep the old is one of my
God,
favorite.
that's one of the song lines from the kids, right?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite sayings. And I have had friends.
Circle is round. It
Okay,
does.
he's going to
Sorry.
sing the song now. So
Sorry.
I am not this person who says this. I have friends who have said to me, I have enough friends. I don't want any more. I don't need any more. I don't want any
Must
more.
be nice. I never have had that problem.
Honey.
I always would want more friends. It's a good thing.
I just feel open. I feel like this openness. Okay, so you can tell some people are closed. I feel open. Like I want to welcome people into my life. Like the more, the merrier is my saying. I learned that from my mother.
You did. She does say that a lot.
So
Good saying.
I love that saying. And you know what I love about my mother is we're looking good in blue, Tina says.
Yes, thank you, Tina.
My mother is always like, invite them. Invite them.
Include everybody.
Include them, invite them, bring a chair up to the table. So my friend started a book club. And
you were already in a book club, or two, weren't you?
no, my book club dismantled.
Oh.
I wasn't in a book club.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my friend started a book. I had a book club that became a coffee club.
Oh, yes, I did know that. You're right. I didn't know you had given up all pretense of trying to read the books.
There is a thing. Okay, I don't have this problem because I love reading. But there are people who don't want the pressure to read a book. They don't want a deadline.
Oh, no.
They don't want a deadline. They don't want
pressure to read.
They don't want us to tell them what book to read. I am like,
give me more.
Give me more. I'll read whatever you want. So, my friend started this book club. I go to the book club. There's people I don't know. And I'm like, ooh, I get to meet new people. And yeah, what does that look?
Nothing.
And what are you thinking?
When I take you to meet new people, you don't want to meet new people.
Okay, there's
Yep.
there's a reason for that though.
Okay.
No, I do want to meet new people. I'll talk to you. That is a totally separate issue, and I don't want to throw people under the bus.
Okay.
So I'm not going to air their dirty laundry.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so I will explain that to you
later.
after.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
It's totally different.
Okay.
I love to meet new people. So anyways, we go. There's new people. And Nikki's here and she missed me talking about her and our creativity of spending time together in the car, driving to games and at the games, and that we need to be creative with our friend time. So anyways, meeting new people. So my friend starts this book club and I'm like, I'm going to meet new people. And I love the people. I've made all these new friends.
That's awesome.
So it's we want to keep our old friends, but why not make new friends too?
Right, from different circles.
And I want to model that for my kids. I want my kids to always be open to new people.
Yes.
Right?
You do.
Be the friend you want to have. Okay? And I'm not talking to you about work, so we should make sure to check in with you on work too.
Okay.
So if you want compassion and understanding and loyalty and grace and
all of those things.
All of those things, give them. give what you want to get back. That's how we get it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And this directly applies to work.
Okay, so tell me that.
So I was having a conversation with a potential client the other day, and they were very difficult, let's say.
Okay.
Very challenging, very difficult to deal with. And I said, I was having a tough time, and then I decided to just be open. And I said, hey, have you ever had a client do blah, blah, blah? And the guy's like, oh yeah, it drives me crazy. And I'm like, do you realize you're doing it? I said, if you don't want clients like that, you probably shouldn't act like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. You're totally right. I'm like, if you are an easy customer, you will get easy customers.
Oh, that's interesting.
Be the client you want to see in the world. Be the friend. You're absolutely right.
I need to take it further. By what you're saying, I need to take it further.
Okay.
With how I can be.
Okay.
So I'm going to think about that more in regards to sensitivity.
Okay.
I don't want to be so sensitive. I'm still working on that.
Okay.
But we'll get back to that. Okay.
Future topic.
Reach out first. So I always tell my kids, just text, call, make the plan. Don't wait for people. Like if you want to see someone, don't wait for them to contact you. Reach out, make the plan. Don't keep score. I think one of my next ones is not being a scorekeeper. Like, don't keep score of how many times you reach out and how many times they reach out.
Oh my God, that would drive me crazy.
Just
that's a transaction, not a relationship.
Well, and it goes for marriage. Like, you shouldn't keep score in your marriage. Like, you should just give
Marriage
and not,
is a place you go to give, not
right,
to get.
and don't expect to. I don't know. I'm not making a transaction with you.
Right? It's not. I did the dishes 3 times. You only did it once. You owe me 2 dishes.
Yes. I said be honest about the hard stuff earlier.
You did.
But don't act like you have it all together all the time.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I think that upsets people if they think that you think that your life is perfect when they know that your life is not perfect.
Yes.
It's just
the false front.
Yeah, like you don't want to be like complaining all the time or miserable all the time, but you also don't want to act like everything's perfect all the time.
Just be open and honest.
Yes.
People love you for who you are.
We talked about letting go of scorekeeping.
Yep.
Don't be the giver all the time and don't be the taker all the time. And I want to explain this. So women tend to be more comfortable giving, okay? And I understand and I relate. But how I've explained this to women is that if we're always doing the giving, then we're making the other person uncomfortable and we're not giving them a chance to give. And they want to be able to reciprocate. So
yes, don't deprive them of the pleasure of giving to you.
So as much as we love to give, we also want to give other people the chance, the opportunity to be able to give back to us.
Yes, Melissa says, that's a hard one for me. I struggle being the constant giver and initiator, but that's exhausting. It is, you're right.
It is exhausting, and I'll tell you something. I said to Ella, I'm like, you're not going to what dance was it, a spring dance?
I don't remember this.
Whatever. And she was like, oh, I don't want to organize that. So she could have reached out to her friends and organized it. She doesn't always want to be the organizer. Sometimes she wants people to organize for her.
Yes.
I understand that it's exhausting.
It is. You do it very well.
Which part? The giving or the organizing? Both. Right. But I've come a long way with taking.
Yes, well, you let me rub your feet while you were watching The Housewives.
Oh, you can rub my feet anytime.
See, you're good at accepting that.
I'll take rubbing my feet every night. So I'm really good at the whole carpool thing. Like, I don't have to do all the driving. I can ask other people to drive and we can take turns. And I'm also good at being like, can you like...
Using your support.
Yes, I'm getting better at it, is what I'm saying.
It takes a village.
And don't be the taker all the time.
Right.
People want you to reciprocate.
Yes, there has to be a balance.
That's not fair either to always be the taker.
Yes.
I love driving.
Says Margaret. I'm happy to receive. You want to give my kids a ride, that's fine.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Mrs. Paulzak, that's
I
awesome.
think that I am trying to treasure it more because it's ending.
Yes.
And you like that I'm still calling her Mrs. Paulzak.
Right. You're not actually teaching any of our kids at the moment.
Right, but I still call her.
Right.
She had all 3 of our children.
Yes.
She knows all 3 of our kids and how different they are. But Max drives himself.
Yeah.
Ella's learning to drive. So I'm definitely treasuring it more because
It's going to be less of it.
there's an end to it.
Yes.
Although I love when Max gets in the car with me to go somewhere. I'm like, oh, I get to go somewhere with my buddy.
That's so cute.
Okay, be on time. Oh my God.
Drives me crazy.
So this goes for life,
And
work,
yes.
everything. So I value people's time and I value people. So I feel like a way to show them that they're important to me is to be on time. Now, to me, being on time is being a little early.
Yep.
However, there are times when I'm late and I do let people know.
Which is helpful because if I had a meeting today where a woman messaged me and said, I'm so sorry, I'm running 5 to 10 minutes behind. Are we still okay to meet? And I said, yes, we're going to lose the 10 minutes because I've got a hard stop in 30, but thank you for letting me know so I wasn't sitting on Zoom wondering if you were going to show up. Because if I'm on Zoom for a meeting and you're not there in the first 3 minutes, you're getting an email, 4 minutes, you're getting a text, 5 minutes, I'm calling you, and 10 minutes, I'm gone. I'm like, I can't sit around and wait.
3 minutes? You can give people like 5 minutes, Seth.
We can talk about that separately later.
Okay. So I love that Adrian put in my email to people to be early.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I had my I don't think I actually read the letter. I asked her
I love it.
I asked her to send me the letter so that I could read it.
And you didn't have
And
time
I
to
don't
read it.
even think I actually read it. So I do need to go do that.
And
But
she's talking about it for her podcast guests.
so Adrian, my wonderful producer, sends my guests a letter to let them know what to expect.
Yes.
And she says things like, be on Zoom 5 minutes early.
Make sure your tech works.
Right? Make sure everything works. Like
Wi-Fi.
and I've had, and my last guest was like, I'm so sorry. I know I was supposed to be 5 minutes early. But I've had people say I'm running 5 minutes or 10 minutes behind. And if they tell me that.
Yes, it makes it so much better than being sitting there wondering.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that we should try to plan for being on time.
Yes.
Give yourself more time to get ready. Pay attention to the clock. I am very good at starting something and not realizing what time it is.
Getting in the zone.
Right? So like I'll think I have time to do something and I don't. So I just think we should be conscious of people's time.
Amen.
Conscientious.
Yes.
Make your friend feel important. There's so many ways to do that. I think being on time is one of those ways. I think telling them how much you appreciate them. I try to like remember to send texts just to let them know that I appreciate them or to thank them for whatever.
You're thinking about them.
Or that I loved hanging out with them or whatever. Just like make them and like ask their opinion on things and ask their advice and make them feel like they're important to you.
Amen.
Right?
It's the little things. Lots of them.
Make space for different seasons. My friend told me that when my kids were babies, I did not have time for friend time. There was definitely a time in my life where I had 3 little kids and I wasn't even probably taking a shower.
On some days.
I was struggling to get in the shower. I was struggling to feed myself. I was struggling to get enough sleep. Like the sleepless nights just led to, oh God, I don't want to go out with my friends. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that I was always good at making time for myself.
Right.
There were times when Seth and my mother were trying to kick me out of the house.
Yes.
And I didn't
go
want
do something
and yeah,
fun.
and I didn't want to. They were like, go out with your friends.
You need a
go
break.
get some Starbucks time by yourself. And
Go have a strawberry coconut margarita.
and I wasn't in the headspace. I definitely didn't have it all right to start. Like I didn't get to this point of where I am now. Yes, like
Right. It takes time.
overnight.
Yeah.
I learned from my mistakes. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that I made was not wanting the friend time, not wanting the alone time.
You were hiding in your isolated bubble.
I was just overwhelmed
Yes.
with my children and just trying to swim through that.
Keep your head above water.
And I didn't want to add anything else. And I didn't realize that adding the other stuff would make me a better mom.
And yes.
So I didn't know that.
Now you know.
And I don't know that I had the coping and problem solving skills at the time to even get to the place to want that.
Yes.
So now
Yes. You are much better.
I am better at And there's times that I still don't want to leave my family. Like we're all like the four of them are going to sit down for dinner and I'm going out and I want to just sit down with them. So I'm not perfect at it. I'm doing better at it. I'm making time for it and I'm trying to be a good friend because, you know, I've made mistakes in friendship too. I'm not always perfect in my friendship. I mean, we could do a whole separate topic on things Rebecca has done wrong, mistakes Rebecca has done in relationships. That's a whole nother topic.
That would be an interesting topic.
That would be an interesting topic because I've learned from my mistakes.
Me too.
And I think that it's important to be authentic and honest with people. And I think that there's a couple things that I forgot in my blog. And I think one of them is that I tended to stuff what I wanted to say. And I wasn't always honest with my friends. And I think I'm doing better at telling them, like, if they upset me or if I have something to say. I think I'm doing better at not stuffing things.
Awesome.
I don't know what you think about that.
I might have obliviously missed the stuffing part.
No, you definitely lived through it with me.
I didn't say I wasn't here. I don't remember. It was so long ago, right? I don't remember it as well as you do because it was so long ago, because you've done so much work.
Well, and being a good friend, another huge thing that I forgot. And this is coming from someone whose love language is act of service. So I think that this is very interesting.
Melissa says, are life lessons mistakes if we learn from them?
Oh, I love that, Melissa. You know, it's interesting because I think that I don't regret anything because it's brought me where I am today.
Right, you connect the
So
dots.
I don't know if it, maybe it was a mistake, but I'm happy for the mistake because it taught me so much.
There you go.
But I love that question. That's
It's well worded.
That's really
Makes you
good.
think.
Okay, so love languages. I think it's really cool, and I'm going to talk to my friends about this. What is my friend's love language?
Yes.
How do they feel loved? Like Seth and I have talked about acts of service for me. So what that looks like in friendship is, what does your friend need? Like, what do I need?
What makes them feel
Right
appreciated?
now, I need a washing machine.
You need your washing machine fixed.
Okay, so
They're going to fix it. It's going to be great. And if not, I will buy you a new one.
Okay, so hopefully the 3 parts are coming in tomorrow. So everybody put out there that he's going to call me tomorrow, that he's going to fix my washing machine on Friday.
That'd be awesome.
But like doing something like, do you want to come over and use my washing machine? Like that's an act, that's like service.
It is.
Or, you know, like Nikki's like, I'm going through the drive-through. Can I get you anything? Like that's like doing something for me. Or I'm at school anyway. Like, don't come. I'll bring Lily home. Like that stuff makes me feel so loved.
Aww.
So how can you show your friend, what do they need from you? Do they need a break from their kids? Can you babysit? Can you bring them food? Like if they just had a baby and you bring them food, that's like one of the best gifts ever. So I forgot about helping.
It's all good.
In my blog. Helping, super important.
Yes.
And I'm going to apply that to work before we go.
Okay.
What do your employees need? Everybody needs different things.
Yep.
And we can't assume we know what people need.
Correct.
So it's a good question to ask and to not assume.
We have done surveys and found out interesting things I would not have known.
So we're always learning about people and what they need and how we can be a better friend and all of that jazz.
All that jazz.
I would love to hear your friend advice. If you have any tips that you've learned along the way, share them with us because I love to learn.
Yep.
I would love to hear if anything resonated with you that you heard us talk about. I had a Mother's Day mom challenge in my Whinypaluza mom group on Facebook. I don't know why that seems like a tongue twister to me, but I did not pick a winner. I wanted to pick a winner on Mother's Day, and I got very busy doing laundry at my parents' house. We're back to the laundry. So I got distracted, did not pick a winner yet, but I need to pick a Mother's Day Mom Challenge winner.
Yes, Melissa says, I asked and found out that one of my member needs a text with the meeting link because they don't like emails.
Oh, that's really good.
I told someone at work today who was like, you didn't reply to my Slack message. And I said, stop slacking me. Just email me. I don't want to check 7 different platforms to find it.
Well, and Kristen has learned that at work.
That's actually who I was talking about. I went into the office. I was like, that's the second Slack message today. Stop slacking me.
So Kristen emails me. I love Kristen. And I wasn't even home today. Like, I wasn't even near my computer. I didn't go on my email on my phone. I need to go on my email multiple times every day, and I'm not always good at that. So she has learned to just text me.
Yep.
So what do people need? I need people to text me when they need me urgently. Don't email me, text me.
Yep.
And this Friday, I am very excited to tell you that Lily and I did a Mother's Day special together, and Lily interviewed me. She did such a good job, and I learned more about Lily, and you're gonna love it. She's my youngest, and she did such a good job.
I can't wait to listen.
I listened to it. I'm excited for you to listen to it and tell me what you think.
All right.
So slowly tell them all the things.
Go to whinypaluza.com. There is a link tree there that has links to all of Rebecca's amazing content, including her 2 to 3 times a week email newsletter. It is all free. So please subscribe, rate, review, and like, comment, and share it with other moms that you know so that we can be the rising tide that lifts all the mom boats.
Oh, I like that.
Thanks.
So what people don't realize is that when they're commenting and rating and reviewing and all that
tells
stuff.
all the algorithms to show it to more people. So help Rebecca help more people.
Yeah, it's interesting how that works.
Yes.
And I've been listening to Fantasy Fangirls. Is that what it's called?
That is what it's called.
It's a podcast, and I either listen to them on YouTube or the podcast. What is the purple thing?
Apple Podcasts, iTunes. Apple Podcasts.
And they're always like, help us out and share it, review it. And people don't realize that that's helpful. So thank you for telling them.
You are welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
Happy
Have a
Whinypaluza
wonderful
Wednesday.
week. Listen to Lily's interview on Friday. Listen to Lily interviewing me on Friday. And we will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in to the Whinypaluza podcast. If you like what you heard, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. While you are there, leave a review. I love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.